my name is Ruth. I'm studying psychology. I originally was in the pathway for social work, but I realized what I wanted to do as well as personal passions. Studying psychology would lead me closer to that. I would say that I just have a passion for people. I want to help people. I want them to kind of put them into a better life path from whatever life path that they are in. I love helping people, but specifically with psychology, I'm a very big advocate for mental health. And with psychology, I want to lead into being either a clinical psychologist or a school psychologist. There's a very heavy stigma with mental health. I feel like everybody has a story. Me personally, I do. Everyone has a story. I have a story. But I feel like I wouldn't want anyone to be in a position of struggle where they feel like when they feel like they can't help themselves or feel like there is no other option. When there are options, there are always an option. Is just a matter of having the right resources for that, for better options, finding yourself or putting yourself in a better mental state, finding better passions for yourself, life path as a whole. But I want people to realize that their eyes can be opened to something better and that there always is something better. There is a very heavy stigma with giving spirituality as the only solution of mental health, and I'm a very big advocate towards spirituality should not be the solution alone. It should be paired with literally anything else. If someone is in not a great state of mind, they are also not in the position to listen to anything. So they're not in the position of receiving the word of God. It's unfortunate, but it's true. And I believe that mental health should be delivered first. It should be given attention to first. It should be advised and counseled first before they're in the receiving end of any spiritual matter. And so in the Ethiopian community, a child might not even feel comfortable approaching their parents about the topic of struggling mentally or saying that they might need help because, again, the solution might be given as, oh, you need to read the Bible, or you need to go to church more, or, unfortunately, the discussion of mental health isn't really open. The doors aren't open, and there is a cultural shock between parents and children and the American culture versus Ethiopian culture and how mental health is discussed in either, but there needs to be a tighter community within those and kind of a realization of like mental health is important, the stigma does need to be shut down. Anyone can struggle with mental health, and spirituality should not be the only confrontation towards, as a solution for mental health. Today we had a presentation of a book, Are You Really Okay, by Deborah, don't remember, unfortunate, but basically it talks about the 4 branches of holistic health. There is mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual, and we discussed how essentially all of these branches are aligned and they are in association with each other. They are affected by each other, and if you are lacking in one, then eventually one after the other, it's all going to eventually fall. So you do need to have a strong foundation in each of these branches of health, and you do need to have maintenance and attention and making sure that you have strength in each of these. But specifically today, we were talking about mental health. I love working at the clinic. I think it's a great opportunity to meet people as well as kind of give opportunity to those who need it. There are a lot of people who come into the clinic for different reasons. We have, it's a clinic, so we have attention towards like health reasons, but we also offer like immigration opportunities, like I-95 forums and whatnot. But and then the clinic is also hosting events like this where New Hope Foundation, basically a drug rehabilitation center that we are trying to work towards. And presentations like this that we've had today, Are You Really Okay, kind of gives an opportunity for prevention for this generation, because this generation unfortunately is slowly seeping into very bad habits, and that's due to American culture that we are raised in, and a lot of things that are normalized should not be normalized, and a lot of things that good habits that we should be raised by, they're not given to these children. So this is kind of like a prevention opportunity and also a learning opportunity. I think for one, we need to give ourselves patience. The topic of mental health, it's not new necessarily, but rather the application of it might be new for a lot of people, especially for the Aboriginal community. The topic of mental health is new to them, and it's in consideration for their children or loved ones in that case. Being patient into learning about the topic of mental health as well as how to approach it. Patience is definitely needed. Understanding is definitely needed. It is a learning opportunity that I believe everyone must go through. Patience, understanding, being able to be a support system for their loved ones, children, family, friends, whoever that case may be. Because having a support system is probably one of the best things a person who's struggling can have. When a person is struggling, can feel like they are alone, having someone in hand, push them towards guidance or push them towards a better light into what are better coping mechanisms, or what is the next step that we, not just the person that is struggling, we can take into doing what's best for everyone.